As the head of Berkshire Hathaway, you sit at the helm of 70-plus companies that many of them do business in the state of Indiana. What is your reaction to the Indiana Religious Freedom Restoration Act that was signed into law?
I have not read the law, and I've heard of some discussion on television. To the extent that it could in any way be prejudicial to gays or lesbians, I'd be opposed to that. Now, I don't know, I've heard people say, well, it isn't designed to do that or something, but in the end, that would be the test for me.
If it in any way discriminated against anyone?
Yeah.
The governor of Indiana, Mike Pence, has said this week that he will fix the law, that he will move to make sure that it does not discriminate against anyone. However, when he was asked over the weekend whether he would add sexual orientation, be in favor of adding sexual orientation as a protected class in the state of Indiana, he said that that is not something that he's working towards right now. What should be done to fix this?
Well, that sounds suspicious. I think if people can exercise discrimination based on sexual orientation, then it's wrong. And I don't know how the law reads exactly, so I don't know what words you would change. But when you get all through, when the dust settles, if you read the law and you can discriminate against people based on sexual orientation, I would say that somebody better do something about it.
Do you think sexual orientation should be added as a protected class in the state of Indiana?
Well, I think generally, yeah. The answer is I think they are entitled to equal rights and equal acceptance and 100% in the eyes of the law.
Some Berkshire businesses are headquartered in Indiana.
Correct, and practically they all do business there.
They all do business there. Look, this law, I've read it multiple times, it's very broad. So I think the general consensus here is that we're going to have to see how it plays out and if it is indeed changed. If it did play out in a manner that some gay and lesbian people were discriminated against, would you consider moving any Berkshire businesses out of the state?
I doubt if we'd move them. The individual managers of our businesses make all the decisions. And of course, some of them that are headquartered in Indiana have operations elsewhere, and some companies we have headquartered elsewhere have operations in Indiana. But our managers run their businesses. I have never told them what to do in terms of a political decision.
And have any of them come to you about this law?
Not yet, but this is very early in the day. But they would know how I feel. I just spoken out here, but I've spoken out other places. They know how I feel. But I do not get into their politics.